How are you lads? So this new Guinness Bar just popped up out of nowhere a few months ago around the Stephen's Green area. And me being me, the Guinness guru, aka man of the people, I rocked up for a bit of field research to see is this place the real deal or is it just a tourist trap. This video is kindly sponsored by the lads over at Manscaped. If you know, you know by now lads. The best in below the waist grooming. Absolute no-brainer for me, the Performance Package 4.0. You've got the Lawnmower 4.0 with the skin-safe technology. Greatly reduces the chances of nicking your balls. You can leave the Sudocrem on the shelf. Then you've got the Weed Whacker, of course. Get up the schnoz for all those hard-to-reach places. You got the extras like the Crop Preserver. You can shave that body all the way back, shave it raw. You lash that crop preserver all over. You won't believe how much chafage it will save you. You also get a free pair of undies and a free wash bag to carry it all around in. And you know the crack, go to manscaped.com, use the code POINTS20 to get 20% off plus free shipping. Your balls will thank you. Not a bad slogan, to be fair to you, Manscaped.
Yeah. How are you lads? So I'm here on Stephen's Green, right beside the entrance to the Stephen's Green shopping centre. Across from me is Stephen's Green, the actual green. This bar is just called The Bar, but people are kind of calling it the Guinness Bar. I don't really know. It popped up, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I'm not really sure. It's giving me the same sort of vibes as that Marquette bar that popped up in the airport. But I'm gonna, geez, a big lump of bird shit just fell. I'm gonna go in here with a very open mind. I know people say I'm probably, sometimes I can be a little bit maybe harsh on Guinness and different products they bring out and stuff, but I always try to go into every separate situation open-minded. So I'm going to go in here, and I think you have to go downstairs. We'll go in, we'll see what the sort of decor is like, all that sort of stuff. Most importantly, the pint. I'm going to show you, there's a sign here saying Dublin's best pint. So that's, if it didn't say that, then I probably wouldn't go as harsh if the pint isn't good. But if the pint isn't really, really good, it's going to be a bad day for Guinness.
Yeah, so to be fair, it's nice in here. A bit of Dubliners on in the background again, kind of made for tourists. It's absolutely massive. But it's lovely. You got the bar tack all over the walls, Guinness signs everywhere. Bit of a kind of a diner vibe off it. It seems like it's more of a restaurant than a pub. But all I care about is the pint because they are claiming best pint in Dublin, so. Okay lads, first things first, €6.20, very expensive, but it's to be expected, so I'm not even going to really comment too much on that. Never seen anything like that before. It says it's your lucky pint. I always say, as Super Hands would say in Peep Show, no logo in the foam. That's like in the foam, or it's actually like, I don't know, it's kind of, I've never seen anything like that. It's like when you go to the store, we were asked, do you want your picture in the pint? And I was like, God no. So I don't know, maybe that's an extra bit of barley or oats or something shit like that. But honestly, it does feel very cold, but I'm going to drink it now before it goes bad, but it's still kind of settling. I got an all-star glass, which proves my point, and Guinness, I know you're watching, those new glasses are being phased out. It's an absolute fact. If you don't have them in here, then they're being phased out. It's 100% happening. But also a glass, head is probably borderline big, but it doesn't go past the harp, which for me is fine. I probably like a little bit of a bigger head than most people. But to be fair, very clean glass, well poured pint. Not a fan of the thing on top, but look, it's for tourists. Good domage. I was coming in here nearly hoping it was shy, but it's not. It looks really good, lads. Sláinte. Not fucking bad, lads. You're off the hook, Guinness. Whoever's watching this from Guinness, also probably the only place now these days you'll find Guinness coasters. I don't know why every fucking pub in Ireland has Island's Edge coasters. God help us all. That's not a bad pint. It's after having one sip, it's 1 trillion times better than any pint I ever got in the Guinness Storehouse Gravity Bar, and it's better than any pint I ever got in that Guinness mock-up pop-up airport kip. So good start. Head is good. Don't know what the shtick is going to be like. Does feel cold. It actually doesn't I don't think it tastes that cold. That's another thing. Guinness in the Gravity Bar and in that airport bar, always warmer, never has a dome. And when it's warm, it just kind of falls into itself. This is the best pint I've ever had that came directly from Guinness. Very drinkable. Ever so slightly, not even watery, just not. It looked a little bit thicker than it is, a little bit creamier than it is. But I have to say, lads, I'm probably nitpicking. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. I just was expecting shite. And the other thing is, when I came in, you never really know when you go in. Usually, like, I'll say it to the bartender, but today was just a case of let's just go in and see what any normal tourist is going to go in there and see. I don't want to say, oh, I'm just Guinness Guru and I'm very special, so give me a special pint. I just wanted to see what the average Joe would get, because I'm a man of the people, as we know. But the woman who I went up to had no idea who I was, which worked in my favour. So yeah, this is just what anyone's going to get in here. But again, I don't see why any Irish person would come in here, because it's so clearly just been thrown together. It's not authentic, like, but it's not bad. I'm trying to think what was here before. Like, you would swear there was, I feel like there was a pub here before, because the floors, actually kind of is authentic, because the floors and stuff are kind of worn, like, in a good way, and like, so I don't feel like it's a full refurb, but I don't know. I'll figure out what was here before and I'll put it on the screen. I actually think, Mrs. Guru, this was a TGI Fridays, and it very much feels like a TGI Fridays, which I'm not complaining. I'm a fan of TGI Fridays, but that's the vibe I'm getting. You, the kitchen there, yeah. So at the end of the day, it's about the pint, but and I can't even taste that little bit of extra shite on top, to be honest. So it's not really annoying me too much, although I am just staring at it. Thank God my face isn't on that. Imagine looking at your face drinking it. Bit of Christy Moore, bit of Dubliners. I mean, that's all you want when you're a tourist, isn't it? So it's kind of like, you know, people moan about Temple Bar, but people do want this sort of shit as well when they come here. I always give you an analogy. You go to New York City, you want to go up the Empire State Building, but if you're from New York City, you think, why the fuck would anyone go up that lump of shite? That's just how it is. That's tourism in a nutshell. But yeah, it's a little bit cold for my liking, and it's funny because the Guinness usually make it a little bit warm. That is an alright pint. By no means blowing my socks off. It's no sort of a Gravedigger's Mulligans, anything like that. Shtick is kind of weak. It's okay, but I'm just so happy with the old style glass, and I'm just so happy. Guinness, you've listened to me and all the fucking old lads who sit at the bar going, I don't want that fucking new glass with the indentation. Finally listening. So, fair play. Not condescending at all. Good creamy finish. That's why I do have to finish the whole thing before the review. Even though my mum always says, could you not just drink a quarter of it and give it a score? Sorry, ma'am. Can't be done. Creamy finish. Head stayed all the way to the bottom, which is very important. Head stayed white, which is also very impressive. So a ridiculously fresh pint of Guinness that was. Could have been a tiny bit creamier, but not bad at all. I can't quite give it the 8, but I'm gonna go 7.8 out of 10. Pretty decent pint. I could, if I got that in the normal pub, if I got that in my local, I wouldn't complain. Obviously wouldn't have that mad shit on the top of it. I wouldn't complain. I drink them all day. So Guinness, well done. I'm off your case for the moment, because you've done well here.